I can smell something delicious. I think Mother is making my favorite dish. Wow. Oh, look, my dog Tommy is sniffing as well. Wait, what are they doing? Oh, they are breathing in and out with the help of their nose. This means I can smell with my nose. I can breathe in and out with my nose. So nose is really an important organ in our life. I can smell, I can breathe. Don't you think, children? Nose is really an important organ. But I heard about a girl who thinks nose is really funny. Do you all think the same? Is nose really funny? Well, let's read about a girl who thinks nose is really funny. The poem Nose, composed by Eileen Fisher. Here is a poem by Eileen Fisher about noses. So let's go and see what she has to say. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. It's the funniest thing, the way it grows, stuck right out where all of it shows, with two little holes where the breathing goes. So now, children, let's explain it. In this stanza, the poetess says that whenever she looks at the mirror, she looks at her nose and finds it very funny because it is coming out of her face. All of her nose is shown and she finds the two holes in it to be strange. Well, these are used by us for taking in air to our lungs and giving it out. Isn't it, children? Now the second stanza. I looked in the mirror and saw in there the end of my chin and the start of my hair, and between there isn't much space, so stare with my nose like a handle sticking out there. Oh, so now see the explanation of the second stanza. Here also, the poetess says that she looked at herself in the mirror and found her nose to be placed in the middle of her face, between her chin and head, just like a handle is fixed into a door. Do you also think like that, children? Is your nose fixed in your face? Isn't it? Yes, the girl thinks so. So now let's move on to read the third stanza of the poem and understand what the girl has to say more about her nose. Okay? If ever you want to giggle and shout and can't think of what to do it about, just look in the mirror and then no doubt you'll see how funny your nose sticks out. Now the explanation of this. In this stanza, she tells the child, the reader, that if ever she wants to laugh at something but cannot find one, she can look at her nose in the mirror. She says that the child will find it so funny and strange the way her nose too grows out of her face. So the child feels that her nose is very funny, and whenever she wants to laugh, just looks into the mirror and starts laughing at herself. No, children? Now we have an inner explanation of this. The poetess Eileen Fisher was an American writer, poet and playwright. In this poem, she is trying to sensitize a child and make her feel happy with what she is or has. These expressions of inner feelings are not to be judged or labeled out, but may only be heard, seen and shared. So, we need not be judged by others. Isn't it, children? We are ourselves. The poetess says here that all of us have different types of faces and our features also vary. When she looks at her face in the mirror, she finds her nose to be very funny the way it comes out of her face. Okay, so we have our own features and faces. No children, we all are different in our face. Also, she compares it to a handle and says it is fitted onto her face in the middle of her chin and head. She suggests that if a child wants to laugh at something, she can look at her nose in the mirror and laugh at it. All of us have different faces and features, and each face is unique. So children, don't worry about your face. Your face is a gift of God, and however it is unique in its own way. Now let's look into the new words. The first word, mirror. A surface of glass which reflects an image. The sentence we can make is, Suman looked at the mirror when she wore her new dress. Now the second word that we are going to look is funniest, or we can say funny. The meaning, strange, difficult to explain or understand. The sentence may be, jokers dress up in a funny way. So that's the use of funny. The third one is breathing. Well, breathing means the process of taking in air to the lungs and giving it out. The sentence may be, after the race, all of us were breathing rapidly. Now the fourth one is space. A continuous area which is free, unoccupied and available. The sentence may be, I have no space in my phone. Now let's look into the next new word. Spare. Something which is extra and available. Now the sentence we can say as, do you have an extra pencil to spare for me? The sixth one is sticking. To go past the surface or edge of something and be very easy to notice. Now the sentence could be, the child's arm was sticking out of the window. The seventh one is giggle, to laugh lightly in a silly way. The sentence could be, kids were giggling at the clown. The eighth one, shout, a loud cry as an expression of a strong feeling. The sentence, when India won, everyone shouted in joy. Now the last one is doubt, to feel uncertain about something. The learning outcome is able to recite the poem with proper stress and pronunciation, and also able to use words in a sentence. So that's all for now. Thank you children. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.